This is Nightline, and I'm Sabrina Zainal. The top stories. Putrajaya and Sarawak agreed to resolve Petronas and Petros issues through mutual negotiations. And 2.3 billion ringgit allocated for new school projects in Sabah this year. Good morning. We begin with this story. The federal government and the Sarawak government have agreed to resolve all outstanding issues related to the dispute between National Oil Company Petroleum Nasional Berhad, Petronas, and Petroleum Sarawak Berhad, Petros, through mutual negotiations. This was decided during a meeting chaired by Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim in Putrajaya on Friday, which was also attended by Sarawak Premier Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, alongside senior leadership from Petronas and Petros. A statement issued by the Prime Minister's office on Friday said that during the discussion, both Anwar and Abang Johari agreed to finalize in the near future the key principles previously outlined to facilitate ongoing negotiations between Petronas and Petros. This step is considered vital to unlocking the full potential of the Petronas-Petros partnership and ensuring its effective implementation, particularly in accelerating the commercial supply of energy to ASEAN nations. The government has allocated 2.3 billion ringgit this year for the development of 52 new school projects in Sabah. According to Education Minister Fadlina Sidek, the initiative is part of the government's ongoing efforts to address the issue of dilapidated schools. Fadlina said there are 390 school development projects in Sabah, with 230 projects already completed as of May 5th. 67 projects are still under construction, while 93 are in the pre-construction phase.
Sebab sekolah daif ni memang dia ongoing, dia tak timbul isu maknanya dia tidak dilihat atau tidak, tapi memang sentiasa ada. Saya ingat 2.6 ataupun 2.3 bilion lah yang telah pun kita uruskan untuk keseluruhan pembangunan sekolah daif.
Fadlina said this after inspecting Sekolah Kebangsaan Kalabakan as part of her two-day working visit for the Tindak Susul Parlimen program. Meanwhile, she also assured that the ministry would resolve issues involving school buildings without occupancy certificates, as well as matters related to school land in the Kalabakan parliamentary constituency, which were preventing the affected schools from receiving assistance. Nurul Izzah Anwar has accepted the broad support from various PKR branches to contest for the position of Deputy President at the party's elections later this month. She will face the current Deputy President, Datuk Sri Rafizi Ramli, in the upcoming election on May 23rd. Nurul Izzah received nominations from over two-thirds of PKR's 220 branches as of Thursday, along with backing from leaders at various levels in the party. In a statement, she explained that her decision was made after carefully considering feedback from grassroots members and her commitment to strengthening PKR for the well-being of the people and the nation. She stressed that the strength of PKR lies in all of its branches and grassroots machinery. Ahead of the upcoming general election, she emphasized that PKR must move forward with a more organized, comprehensive strategy grounded in collective strength. Should she be elected, her primary mission will be to work together with party members, supporters and volunteers, especially in the 50 marginal seats. She added that PKR can no longer operate in isolation between the central leadership and the grassroots. Furthermore, she emphasized the need to realign the party's ideology to ensure justice for all. As such, Nurul Izzah said she is committed to listening, empowering, and strengthening all of its branches, encouraging them to move in unison, act with a shared vision, and unite towards common goals. Meanwhile, Nurul Izzah responded to allegations from certain quarters that her decision to contest the deputy president's post in PKR reflects the nepotism within the party. She stressed that the claim of nepotism, which she said has been circulating for decades, is far removed from facts and reality. Nurul Izzah said her candidacy is focused on continuing her service to the party, emphasizing that her intention to run openly and seek the mandate of PKR's grassroots members is in no way an act of nepotism. Nurul Izzah expressed hope that those concerned will distinguish between being appointed to a position by a family member and participating in an election where candidates are voted in by party members. She reiterated that her focus remains on strengthening the party to face future challenges. Nurul Izzah also pointed out that the label of family-run party has been used since she and other party activists founded PKR in 1998, chiefly to undermine the party's credibility. She added that similar attacks were launched when she won the position of vice president in PKR with the highest votes in 2010, 2014, and 2018. She said in reality she would continue to face such allegations of nepotism, even if she had chosen to run only for the vice president's post. Nurul Izzah said she is undeterred by these attacks and will continue to focus on contributing to strengthening and fortifying PKR in all its endeavors. Moving on, Barisan Nasional and Pakatan Harapan have reached a consensus to work together in the upcoming 17th Sabah state election. The decision was made following a leadership meeting between PH Chairman Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim and PN Chairman Datuk Seri Ahmad Zahid Hamidi. The alliance was confirmed in a joint statement issued by PH Secretary General Datuk Seri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail and Unity Government Secretariat Chief Datuk Ashraf Wajdi Dusuki, who also serves as UMNO Secretary General. However, the specific terms of the cooperation, including seat distribution and engagements with other political parties, will be deliberated by state-level leaders from both coalitions. All final decisions will be made by the top leaderships of PH and BN at the national level. Employers who have yet to register their workers under the Social Security Organization, PERKESO, and have outstanding contributions have been given until May 31st to do so. Human Resources Minister Stephen Sim said the extension of the PERKESO amnesty follows encouraging response from employers, with a 40% increase in employer registrations and contributions recorded during the program.
Berdasarkan prestasi yang cukup baik pada bulan April ini, dengan lebih 1 juta orang pekerja kita mendapat manfaat, maka saya umumkan untuk melanjutkan bulan pemutihan ini sehingga 31 Mei 2025. Pesanan saya ialah kepada semua majikan, tampil untuk mencarum, tampil untuk mendaftarkan pekerja. Anda akan dikecualikan daripada bayaran denda. Selepas 31 Mei,
Sim also announced that employers who have already registered with PERKESO can also enjoy a 50% discount on late payment interest fees this month. This involves over 215,000 employers with arrears totaling more than 100 million ringgit. However, the discount will not be available to employers with pending claims or legal cases or those who have received compound notices. Meanwhile, Sim stressed that the government's move to allow cross-sector transfers for foreign workers will only apply to the formal sector.
Garis panduan tentang minimum period, kebenaran, bagaimana kita dapatkan kebenaran majikan, pekerja, sebab kalau nak buat pertukaran majikan ni, dia kebenaran pekerja juga harus ada. Apakah sektor-sektor yang akan terlibat akan diumumkan.
The formal sector generally refers to jobs that are regulated by the government and provide employment benefits such as social security, health coverage, and retirement contributions. As such, domestic workers are not included in the formal sector and are exempted from these benefits. It was announced on Thursday that the government had approved a policy shift that would allow the transfer of foreign workers between employers across different employment sectors. Two Russian-based e-hailing platforms, InDrive and Maxim, have been ordered to cease operations in Malaysia by July 24th for violating local transport regulations. Transport Minister Anthony Loke confirmed that the Land Public Transport Agency, APAD, has issued official letters instructing both platforms to stop operating. Now, among the violations cited were the use of drivers without valid public service vehicle PSV licenses, the absence of e-hailing insurance coverage, and the failure to conduct mandatory vehicle inspections. APAD further stated that both companies breached key terms of their individual operator licenses, and Look said the two platforms can appeal the decision. Any decision on the appeal, however, lies solely within Look's capacity as Transport Minister. Malaysia is strengthening its commitment to expanding the export of high-quality sustainable palm oil to East Africa. According to the Malaysian Palm Oil Council, MPOC, the African continent has been identified as a new strategic focus driven by rising demand and strong economic potential. Its Chief Executive Officer, Belvinder Sron, said the recent trade mission led by Plantation and Commodities Minister Datuk Sri Johari Abdul Ghani to Kenya has opened up new opportunities and further reinforced Kenya's role as a key distribution hub for palm oil products across East Africa. During the visit, the minister also held a series of high-level engagements with Kenyan government officials and key industry stakeholders. Kenya is currently the largest importer of Malaysian palm oil in sub-Saharan Africa and serves as a vital gateway into the region. Collectively, East African countries import up to 4 million tons of palm oil annually. More than 7,000 completed residential units priced below 300,000 ringgit remain unsold in the first quarter of this year. Valuation and Property Services Department Director General Abdul Razak Yusak said that these homes make up nearly 30% of the total overhang of more than 23,500 unsold completed units nationwide.
Berbanding suku yang sama pada tahun 2024, prestasi overhang pada suku pertama 2025 memperlihatkan momentum yang memberansangkan dengan bilangan dan nilainya berkurangan masing-masing 2.9% dan 9.0%.
Kuala Lumpur recorded the highest number of overhang properties with more than 3,600 unsold units, followed by Johor and Perak. Units priced between 300,000 ringgit and 500,000 ringgit came in second at 29%, followed by homes priced between 500,000 ringgit and 1 million ringgit. Now, the United States has agreed to reduce import taxes on a set number of British cars and allow some steel and aluminium into the country tariff-free as part of a new agreement between the U.S. and the United Kingdom. However, it will leave a 10% duty in place on most goods from the UK. U.S. President Donald Trump said the agreement would lead to more beef and ethanol exports to the UK, which would also streamline the processing of U.S. goods through customs. The deal, however, remained thin on details. This is the first agreement struck by the U.S. since the Trump administration sparked a global trade war with universal levies of 10%.
We've agreed the basis rate.
Manhunt underway for suspects in jewelry heist. This and more after this breather.
Aku bekerja dengan company. Company nak aku jaga kampung ni. Selamat datang ke kampung Ketayang. Ada kau batas?
Awak ni perikau tu?
Dialah satu-satunya harapan kita sekarang.
Company akan ambil alih perniagaan biji timah.
Dia nak suruh kami semua lawan askar Belanda ke?
Bukan askar Belanda, tapi 6 jilatu.
Sebenarnya!
A woman's spirit is boundless. So grab your coffee cups and wear your sassiest smile. Because this season, we're louder than ever. We talk career, health, finance, relationships, and everything in between. Women's Talk is here to empower and inspire you. Join us on Women's Talk every Saturday, 5 p.m. only on TV3 and stream now on Thursday.
Kerja dengan anak muda yang lebih cenderung kepada teknologi terkini kan.
Pada awalnya saya nak perlukan orang yang legend yang boleh memberi kata semangatlah kepada anak-anak muda.
Kita dah ada department effect, yang mana department effect tu dia boleh generatekan effect tu dalam dunia 3D.
Ada interaction yang banyak dengan audience, so audience akan lagi seronok.
Actually peminat-peminat Zainal akan suka sebab lama juga diorang tunggu kan.
Hari Ahad malamlah paling best nak layan filem-filem blockbuster di TV3. Sherali! Cintan-cintun luar angkasa pun ada.
It's gonna be okay.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
Berdebar tak berdebar ni? Layan filem-filem hebat Mei ini di TV3 Blockbuster dan stream juga melalui Tonton.
Welcome back. Police are working to record a statement from Datin Sri Pamela Ling's daughter to assist in the investigation into her disappearance. Kuala Lumpur Police Chief Datuk Rusdi Muhammad Isa said they will seek assistance from the woman's lawyer and Singaporean authorities to contact the victim's daughter. Rusdi said the woman's statement will be recorded either in Malaysia or at the Malaysian Embassy in Singapore. So far, police have recorded statements from 20 individuals, including Pamela's husband, her lawyer, and officers from the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC. He added that they are not ruling out the possibility of summoning the victim's husband, Datuk Sri Ha Ting Siu, again if necessary. 42-year-old Pamela went missing on April 9th when she was on her way to have her statement recorded at the MACC headquarters in Putrajaya. In the incident, the e-hailing vehicle she was traveling in was reportedly intercepted by several cars before she was abducted. Now, the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC, has not ruled out recalling a prominent corporate figure bearing the title Tan Sri to assist in an ongoing money laundering investigation involving over 500 million ringgit linked to Sapura Energy Berhad, SEB. The individual's family members and several former SEB board members are also expected to be called in to provide statements. The MACC Strategic Communications Division has confirmed that no arrests have been made so far. However, investigations are ongoing with a focus on alleged abuse of power, particularly concerning remuneration matters such as salaries, bonuses, shares, and private share placements between 2012 and 2021. On Thursday, sources revealed that the Tan Sri in question was present at the MACC headquarters on May 5th and 6th to have his statement recorded. Several locations were raided in connection with the case, including the Sapura at Mines office, Menara Permata Sapura, and the suspects' residences in Selangor and Kuala Lumpur. The MACC has also frozen 83 bank accounts belonging to 5 individuals and 15 companies involving funds amounting to more than 158 million ringgit. Police are actively tracking down at least 3 suspects involved in a brazen daylight robbery in Perak on Friday. The group of armed robbers struck a jewelry store at a shopping center in Menggelembu, making off with about 390,000 ringgit worth of valuables. Ipoh Police Chief Assistant Commissioner Abang Zainal Abidin, Abang Ahmad, said a report was lodged at about 1:25 p.m. on Friday. The 3 masked robbers, believed to be locals, were armed with a pistol and a parang. Following the incident, the suspects were seen speeding away in a white-colored sedan. No injuries were reported during the incident. The case is being investigated under Sections 395 and 397 of the Penal Code. Helicopter crash leaves 6 dead. The details when Nightline returns.
Kerja dengan anak muda yang lebih cenderung kepada teknologi terkini kan.
Pada awalnya saya nak perlukan orang yang legend yang boleh memberi kata semangatlah kepada anak-anak muda.
Kita dah ada department effect, yang mana department effect tu dia boleh generatekan effect tu dalam dunia 3D.
Ada interaction yang banyak dengan audiens, so audiens akan lagi seronok.
Actually peminat-peminat Zainal akan suka sebab lama juga dia orang tunggu kan.
A woman's spirit is boundless. So grab your coffee cups and wear your sassiest smile. Because this season, we're louder than ever. We talk career, health, finance, relationships, and everything in between. Women's Talk is here to empower and inspire you. Join us on Women's Talk every Saturday, 5 p.m. only on TV3 and stream now on Thursday.
3 identiti, 1 misi. Si ayah, seorang perisik. Si ibu, pembunuh upahan. Dan si anak dengan kuasa telepati. Berpura-pura menjadi keluarga, tetapi ada rahsia yang disembunyikan. Saksikan Spy X Family setiap Ahad 11 malam di TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Macam ni ingat ni dugaan Allah lah pada saya kan. Kadang kita macam ni lah, kadang kita ni otak ni fikir macam dengan kewangan, pamper dia. Kadang kita menjadi kita lagi tertekan.
Pernah tak ada duit nak makan, lauk tak ada. Tapi macam biasalah, tapi cuma macam tak ada nak makan. Kadang ada yang tak makan, itulah. Tak ada makan, saya dahulu kan adik-adik, serta abang-abang tu.
Thanks for staying with us. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim has extended his congratulations to Catholics around the world, particularly in Malaysia, on the election of Pope Leo XIV. In a post on his official Facebook account on Friday, Anwar said the historic occasion marks a new chapter for the global Catholic community and expressed confidence that it would bring renewed purpose and inspiration. He added that Malaysia also valued its ties with the Vatican and looked forward to continued engagement rooted in mutual respect, dialogue, and a shared commitment to peace and human dignity. Meanwhile, the announcement on the new pope has sparked global excitement tinged with hope, with world leaders offering their congratulations. Among them was U.S. President Donald Trump, who congratulated Pope Leo and said it was a great honor for the country. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer described the election of Pope Leo as a deeply profound moment of joy for Catholics in the UK and around the world. French President Emmanuel Macron, meanwhile, described it as a historic moment for the Catholic Church and its millions of faithful. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva also welcomed Pope Leo in a message coming from the world's largest Catholic nation by population. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen expressed hopes that Pope Leo's pontificate would be guided by wisdom and strength as he leads the global Catholic community. In Vatican City, Pope Leo celebrated his first Mass as leader of the Catholic Church on Friday inside the Sistine Chapel, a day after the conclusion of the papal conclave. Earlier, Pope Leo, formerly Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost, appeared on the central balcony of St. Peter's Basilica to deliver his first address around 70 minutes after white smoke billowed from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel, marking his election as the first pontiff from the U.S. The 69-year-old now leads members of the Catholic Church's global community of 1.4 billion followers. He is known as a leader with global experience, spending much of his career as a missionary in South America and having served as a bishop in the U.S. and Peru. He most recently led a powerful Vatican office for bishop appointments and is expected to build on Pope Francis's reforms. In other news, tensions continue to mount as India and Pakistan traded accusations and attacks across their frontier in Kashmir. New Delhi and Islamabad accused one another on Friday of launching drone attacks, as well as numerous ceasefire violations over the line of control in the disputed territory. Local officials in areas near the line of control reported an unusually intense night of artillery exchanges that left at least 4 civilians dead. The Indian Army had earlier said that Pakistan launched multiple attacks using drones and other munitions along India's western border. Islamabad, however, has denied any cross-border attacks and instead accused Indian forces of sending drones into Pakistani territory. Meanwhile, a Sri Lankan Air Force helicopter crashed during a display exercise on Friday, killing 6 of the 12 people on board. Those killed included 4 commandos and 2 Air Force gunners, with 6 others sustaining minor injuries. Now, all 12 passengers had initially been rescued alive and taken to hospital, but 6 of them later died. The personnel were reportedly taking part in a demonstration flight and preparing for a rope jump when the Bell 212 aircraft plunged into a reservoir at Maduru Oya, east of capital Colombo. An investigation into the cause of the incident is underway. Switching to sports now, badminton, the 2025 Taipei Open. Newly paired mixed doubles Do Chen Tangji, Chen Wense continued their scintillating run by storming into the semifinals on Friday. Unseeded Tang Ji Wense upset world number 74 Bobby Setiabudi Melati Daiva Oktavianti of Indonesia 22-20, 21-10 in just 28 minutes in the quarter-final match. Another Indonesian pair, Jafar Hidayatullah, Felicia Pasaribu, await them in the semi-finals. The duo is the only national mixed doubles team advancing into the semi-finals after To Iwei Lubing Kun were shown the exit by Indonesians Dijan Ferdinandsyah Siti Fadia Ramadanti 22-20, 17-21, 12-21. Men's singles shuttler Justin Ho also crashed out in the quarterfinals, losing to Taiwan's Wang Zhuwei 13-21, 15-21 in just 44 minutes. In the women's event, Kei Letshana shared the same fate, going down to Korean Sim Yoo-jin 16-21, 21-13, 15-21 in 54 minutes. Turning to football, the Europa League. Tottenham Hotspur avoided any mishaps in the Arctic Circle by easing into the final with a composed 2-0 win at Norway's Bodo Glimt for a 5-1 aggregate victory on Thursday. After a goalless first half, Dominic Solanke put the visitors ahead 3 minutes after the hour mark when he tapped in from close range from a Christian Romero knockdown. Pedro Porro delivered the final blow just 6 minutes later when the right-back's cross dipped in at the far post with goalkeeper Nikita Haikin rooted to the spot. Despite a woeful Premier League campaign, Ange Postecoglou's side will now have the opportunity to win their first trophy since 2008 when they faced their English rivals Manchester United in Bilbao on May 21st. On to tennis, the 2025 Italian Open in Rome. Mariano Navone made an impressive start at the Masters 1000 tournament by defeating Federico Sinner on Thursday. The Argentinian claimed a dominant victory, winning 6-3, 6-3 in a match that lasted for 1 hour and 24 minutes in the first round. Navone will play top seed Yannick Sinner next in the Italian's first match since returning from a 3-month doping ban. In the women's action, defending champion Iga Swiatek cruised through to the third round with a crushing straight-set win over Italian wildcard Elisabetta Cocchiaretto. Swiatek won 28 of 35 service points and did not face a break point as she wrapped up a 6-love, 6-1 victory in just 52 minutes. The Polish world number 2 will play Danielle Collins in the last 32. And that concludes Nightline this time around. Before we go, let's take a look at the Buenos Aires football experience, which takes soccer fans on an immersive journey through the heart of Argentina's most storied rivalries. With that, I'm Sabrina Zainal. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend.